have been grading some of your mini quizzes, and you're not setting them up the way that we want you to do it in the notes, and there's a reason down the road why I need you to set it up the way I've indicated. So what I'm going to do is take the cheetah and the eagle problem, and I'm going to do this one so that you can see what I'm looking for. Okay, so we know the cheetah is measured in feet per second. The eagle goes miles per hour. So I either need to change the eagle to feet per second or the cheetah into miles an hour so that we're comparing the same thing, because right now we're comparing apples and oranges. I'm going to change the cheetah from feet per second to miles per hour. So my original ratio is 103 feet for every 1 second. And my goal is to change it into miles per hour. I don't know quite how many that is yet, okay, but my goal is to turn it into miles per hour. But I'm starting with feet per second. Start with one unit of measurement at a time. So I'm going to start with feet, and I know that feet is going to go to miles. So my first conversion is going to be feet to miles. And the way I decide which goes on top is I look at what I want in the end. Whatever I want in the end, the miles is on top in the end, so the miles has to be on top in my conversion factor. The feet is what I'm trying to get rid of. I'm trying to get rid of feet to go to miles. So to get rid of it, I'm going to put it on the bottom so that it cancels, just like we cancel numbers and fractions. Okay? And what I'll be left with is miles on the top. All right. And we'll put the numbers in a minute. I just want to show you, I want to see these conversion factors listed this way. Okay? Then the next thing I have is I'm going from seconds to hours. So I'm going to go from seconds, and I'm going to convert that to hours. Okay, the way I figure out what goes on top and what goes on the bottom is I look at my goal. Since hours is on the bottom over here, I'm going to put hours on the bottom in my conversion factor. And seconds is what I'm trying to get rid of, and it's on the bottom. So to cancel it out, I'm going to have seconds on top in order to cancel it out. And then I'll be left with hours. Now I'm going to go back and put the actual values in. And these are values you should know. Feet, and those are listed in your notes. If you don't remember, you just go back and look at your notes. That's what notes are for. So I know that there are 5,280 feet in every 1 mile. And I know that there are 3,600 seconds for every 1 hour. Okay, so that's how you decide what goes on the top and the bottom. And then you're going to multiply across the top. So that's going to be 103 times 3,600. Okay, and that's going to be 370,800. Okay, so I'm taking the top times top, and that goes in the top answer here. So this is 3,787. Okay, let's try that again. 370,800 miles. And then I'm going to excuse me. I'm going to multiply across the bottom. So I'm going to multiply all my denominators together. So that means I have 1 times 5280 times 1. And I guess I did have up here in seconds, I had a 1 in here between the 103. I took 103 times 1 times 3,600. Down here, I'm multiplying 1 times 5280 times 1, and I get 5,280. And that goes on the bottom. So this says that the cheetah could fly 370,800 miles in 5,280 hours. But we want to make that a unit rate. So to make this a unit rate so that we can compare, you're going to divide the top divided by the bottom. Numerator divided by denominator. So I'm going to take 370,800 and I'm going to divide it by 5,280. And that's going to give me 70.23 miles per hour. Okay, so this is the format that I'm going to want to see when you're doing conversions. If I ask ask for a conversion factor, I'm going to have, this is a conversion factor for feet to miles. This is a conversion factor from seconds to minutes. All right, so make sure that you're showing me those parts when you're doing your work. If you've taken your quiz and the grade is not what you would like it to be, you can take it, the mini quiz, excuse me, one more time, but make sure that you're using this format when you do. If you've got questions, as always, come back and see me. I'm happy to help you